Today I'm going to show you how to set up a Seesaw account for use in your classroom. Seesaw is a website as well as an iPad-based app that is great to use in a K through 2nd grade setting. It's an online digital portfolio that students can complete assignments and submit for their parents to see at home as well as to collaborate with peers on. So what you're going to do is select I'm a teacher, and you're going to create an account. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And here's what it will look like when you first sign in. Now I've created some sample students over here to show you, and the way you do that is you come to the tool up here and you're going to add your students. Now when you do that, you can either paste a list of student names or just type in each individual student. So I'm just going to add another sample student. And what it's going to do is give an individual QR code. And you're going to print these posters for the students to use to sign into Seesaw on the iPad. So we're going to go ahead and close that out for now. Some of the other features that are on Seesaw is the student sign-in mode. Now, if you're one-to-one on devices, meaning everybody in your class has their own iPad, you're going to want to use this one. That way each student has their own unique QR code. If you're sharing devices, then you're going to want to select this. That way there's a QR code for the entire class and everybody's is the same. Once they log in, they'll be able to select their individual name from a list. You also want to make sure that students' new items require approval. That way you can see what they've done before it's submitted to their journal for everyone to see. You can also enable family access. I like to invite my families to see their students' work at home, and then I also enable family likes, comments, and sharing. And that way the students can collaborate with their family members and share their work with them at home, as well as with students at school. The next thing I'm going to show you is the activities. So whenever you're ready to assign a specific activity, you can come browse the library, and there's all kinds of different topics. So we're going to come over here to get started. And there's different ideas and different things. Now if you're looking through here and you want to see what this one's about, you can click on it. And the cool thing about Seesaw is, and what makes it work in grades like kindergarten, is all the different tools that they have. So over here, it's going to show the students that they have to select this button to add it. It's going to ask them to take a photo of their work and then add it to their journal. So that's all that they're doing for this activity. Students can play the instructions and it'll read it out loud to them. Now, if you think this is something you might want to assign to them later, you can go ahead and favorite it and it will save it. And then in your library, it'll show different things that you've favorited or shared. So here's the one that I just favorited. You can also search different activities. So I'm going to search first day of school. And I think that I'm going to want them to do an activity based on how they're feeling on the first day of school. So I'm going to select this one. And here's all the instructions that it prompts right here. And this activity is a template, and that they're going to edit the template. So you can go over and see what it's going to have them do. And I've decided that I like this activity, so I'm going to share it. Now you can share it with your own class, and you can also share it with other teachers as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share it with my class. So now when my students log in, they'll see this on their iPad. And it will show that this has been added to their journal. And all that they have to do is click to add it and click their name. And it's going to allow them to begin the activity. When they're finished, they're going to select the green check mark and it will add it to their journal for you to review and submit. The next thing I want to show you, and I'm going to show you another activity, and we're going to walk through that activity as a sample student. So I'm going to choose something on sight words, and I'm going to go ahead and select this activity, and I'm going to share it, but I don't want to share it with all of my students. I just want one of my students to work on it. So I'm just going to share it with one. And now it's showing you what the students are going to have to do in order to complete the activity. So I'm going to go ahead and select as if I'm the student. And we're going to be doing a drawing. And the instructions are up here. So it says, using the pen, write some sight words from the word wall. Hit the record button and read the words and save it in your journal. So I am going to write and pretend I'm a student, and I'm going to write a few of my sight words. And once I've completed my sight words, like the activity said, then I'm going to record myself reading the words. I can see. Once you're finished recording, you can click Done and then submit it to your journal. And now as a teacher, I can play this before reviewing it. These are pretty much the basics of setting up your Seesaw account for use as a teacher.